I'm Christian McDaniel. I'm a graduate student on the men's basketball team, and I'm pursuing a degree in Master's in Social Work. I chose to come to Case Western because I was really looking for a school where I would be able to continue my basketball career, but also get a great education. And the Mandel School was like one of the best social work schools in the entire country. And then I knew about the basketball team and the success that they've had over the years. My undergrad school actually played here my sophomore year and we lost. So I remembered them. And I was like, I know this is a great school. I know this is a great basketball team. So this is somewhere that I think I could be successful at. And then I talked to Coach McGinnis and we had a really good talk on the phone. And it really only took one talk on the phone and I was pretty much like, yeah, I'm ready to go to Case. My favorite spot on campus is the gym. And I like it. I feel like that's the basic answer for basketball players, but I like it because there's so much going on like all the time. So like, I like that you can interact with people of like all different sports and everything like that. Like if I'll be downstairs, like I might see swimmers coming in and out, and then there's wrestlers, and then there's people upstairs having PE class, and then there's also the indoor track, and everything's kind of going on at once, where I kind of like the environment of it, where it's like this is really an athletics like building. And so I kind of like that, and I just being able to see all these different kind of people. I'm in social work, so my favorite class was called group practice, which is basically just teaching us how to lead groups in whatever sense that may be in social work in the future. So whether it's like workshops or whether it's group therapy or whatever the case is. And my professor for that class, the reason that it was my favorite class was because that professor is like my favorite professor, and his name is Dr. Michael Rhodes. And I really he was my favorite because he made like our class like a group that he was leading. And so you were on one side learning like tangibly, like getting lessons about how to lead a group, but you were also witnessing it firsthand as he was performing it every single day. And so that was kind of like, I'm like basically seeing in real time everything that I'm learning, and that kind of made the learning stick even more. Well, first at home in the DC area in Washington, DC, I run a youth program in Southeast Washington, DC. And I do like mentorship. It used to be a real program that was receiving funding and everything like that I was the director of. But for whatever reason, that it was disbanded. And so now I just do mentorship with the youth on my own. And I see them a lot. Every time I go home, I try to go over there at least once, but I'm in contact with them on the phone. And I'll do things like if earlier this year, one of the kids that I work with was having problems with schools and going to the right school, and that there was some struggles with bullying and things like that. And his mother didn't know how to talk to the school about it. And so I called the school and I talked to them, and I talked to the school that she wanted to move him to, and everything like that. That's just an example. I do stuff like that. I'll also sometimes just go over there and play sports with them or do things that because to be honest, a lot of them have very difficult lives, and anything I can do to make it easier is what I like to do. And then in Cleveland, as part of my social work program, I work with the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Ohio. And I work, so the way my curriculum works is I have class Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I work Monday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm with the Boys and Girls Club Monday, Thursday, and Friday. I do a lot of different things like organizing the basketball event that we just had this past weekend, where the kids from FDR Academy got to come and watch a game. But I also do things in the administrative office. We talk about different grant writings and things like that. And also I do some research in terms of leading towards more research-informed practice. We talk about things like recently I've been doing research about youth and their ability to control control themselves, and at what age does that really develop, and how can that influence our what's the word I'm looking for? Punishments, or disciplinary actions towards kids. And so I kind of just do a whole lot with them. But that's really like what I'm into is kind of working in the community. So all extracurricular activities are pretty much centered around that kind of thing. Our game this past Saturday was just a great game because we knew that we had been better than we had been performing. We knew that we were better than we had been performing. And to get our first UAA game and finally see it all click and put it all together was like a great feeling. And then on top of the result, it was just like the ability to see like, all right, we actually are as good as we think that we are. And I think so that's one of my favorite memories. The other one was really just the first time that we all got together as a team, and I really got to meet everybody as a team, because I think that like a lot of colleges, this is not a dig at my undergrad, excluding them, but a lot of colleges I've seen, like when they recruit, they don't necessarily care that much about character and stuff like that. So I was a little bit concerned about, especially at a larger university, what the guys were going to be like. And so the first time that I got to meet everybody and realize like, no, these are all like cool, good guys that I would love being friends with, even if I didn't play basketball with them, that was honestly one of the best memories so far for me.